about the women's clothing industry. I just type women's clothing in the search bar, and it takes me to different industry reports that I can look at. I'm going to click on women's clothing stores in the US. So this gives me an overall example, or an overall reference report to look at to learn about how to use IBIS World. Some things that are important to look at are the industry at a glance. This talks to you about the revenue and the profit of the business, as well as top selling items in the business. You can also go to competitive landscape, and if you scroll down, you can get a sector versus industry cost report where you can compare the industry to different sectors in the industry. This is BizMiner. BizMiner is another research tool that you can use in order to learn about an industry that you are looking into. If you go here into this section and type in something, again I'm going to type in women's clothing. You can find industry reports for women's clothing stores. This will ask you to select a metro or an area. I'm going to go ahead and say Atlanta, Georgia. It looks like Atlanta isn't working. Let me pick another one. We can try to pick Boise. What BizMiner does is it gives you industry financial analysis as well as market research. It's not going to let us access it, but as you go into, you pick your thing, down here it will ask you for amount of revenue that you want to search for, and you can access it through there. Then you can look at all the different financial reports that they have. SpyFu allows you to see what other businesses are doing. So in here you can type a competitor's website. This will help BYU students to be able to see what other people are doing and what they can do if they're interested in opening up their own business, what their competitors are doing, and how their competitors are increasing their sales. eMarketer is another tool that we use in the business in the business field. eMarketer includes market research and trend analysis on internets and e-businesses and online marketing and media. And so you can go here and learn about media channels and demographics. I'm going to go ahead and pick cinema. I do not know why it's not. Oh, there we go. So what eMarketer does is it gets information from over 3,000 different sources, and it brings this information together so that you can look up articles or and analysis reports. So under this category, you can look up like social media users in Spain and what devices they're using, and all information like that. This is our BYU Management Society. So the BYU Management Society allows you to network with business professionals, and it helps you to develop careers and serve in the community and support BYU in the future. This is a great tool for you to be able to get involved. Even as students of BYU Idaho, you can learn about events and news and networking opportunities that you can go down and be a part of. So what I just showed you, these tools right here, these help you find a lot of your external analysis. And so I'm going to show you a few tools that will help you with an internal analysis. Internal and external analysis is they help you to find out the best information on a company and to be able to report it. And as BYU Idaho students, this helps us to be able to become the valued employee that we want to become. So first we're going to look at frameworking, and this is our macroeconomic framework. And what it is, it's these 4 boxes, and it helps us to be able to break down a company and an industry and to figure out more information about them. So this shows us that we have our geoeconomic, our competitive, our regulatory, and our social and cultural. It helps us to find laws that support our business, or laws that we need to be aware of, where spending is occurring most often, where the company and industry is located, what's been going on in the industry, and this helps us to have like an overall view of the industry and what is that's happening and occurring in the industry. The next thing I want to show you is the business model canvas. The business model canvas is a great tool to use because it allows you to figure out the dynamics of a business in order to best learn and understand how it is that you can make a business succeed. In this canvas, you can see that you have different segments that you can look at. You can look at channels and figure out who you're best channeling to and how your channels are being implemented. Or you can look at value propositions and see what it is that you're delivering to the customer that's of the most worth. Or you can look at your revenue streams and see what it is that's bringing in the most revenue. The business model canvas is a great tool. Here's a profit and loss statement. A profit and loss statement allows you to take your revenue and to do your expenses and see what it is that you're going to come out with in the end for your net income. This tool is great when you're looking into starting a company or going in. You can go back to IBIS World and find out the average industries and put them in and average them out in your industry and see how well it will be for you to potentially open up your own business. So this is a great tool to use as you are trying to learn more about potentially opening up a business or how to improve your business as it is. This is a break-even analysis, and it helps you to figure out how long it will take you in order for you to break even, in order to come out so that all the money that you have put in, you have now received back. And this will help you to know if it is worth the risk of going into a certain business. And the last tool I want to show you is the sales funnel. This tool allows you to see who you're marketing to and who's actually getting the sales, who's getting the product from you. It shows you who is aware and then who is interested, and then from there who considers it and who intends to buy your product. And it goes through the evaluation and purchase. And this helps you to better be able to market to your customers in a way that you can market to them and sell more of your product in the end. Lastly, I just want to finish with a few important things from eMyth. eMyth is a book about businesses and how you can better prepare to be the best entrepreneur, technician, and manager and that you can possibly be in order to make a business successful. So first I want to start with the organization strategy. An organization chart helps you to decide the positions of those in the company in the future as well as now, and it helps you to identify who's going to potentially be fulfilling those positions for you. So this shows that you need like a president, and then under your president, what type of vice president you need. You need one for marketing and finance, and each industry is going to be different. But this organizational chart allows you to break down and see what tasks you need to be done and how you need them to be performed and by who. This way it'll show you the average number of employees you need and what type of employees you need to get. This is super helpful because it allows you to be able to focus in and understand what it is that you're actually looking for in an employee. The next is I want to talk to you about the standards. So the first standard is money, and so in eMyth he talks about how much money do you really need to live the way that you want to live. And so how much money do you need to in order to be independent of work? And so if you think of that standard and apply it, how much money do you need in order to help yourself grow and reach the goal that you have? The second standard is an opportunity worth pursuing. This allows you to see if a business is really reasonable, if it's something that you want to go into, or if it's something that you want to walk away from. And so there you can set as many different standards for yourself as you want. There's no specific amount. It's just standards that you set in order to help you to figure out what it is that you want to get out of the end and how it is that you're progressing towards it. This will help you a lot as you're creating these standards or these goals in order to figure out what it is that you want in your future that you can start progressing towards now, either in someone else's business or in a business of your own. The next we want to talk about is the turnkey revolution. I really like this revolution and this model because the turnkey, it talks about how it's important for you to be able to have a business that is able to be handed over very easily to another person. And so the turnkey talks about how a true product is not the product itself, but how well the product sells. And if you have a very good turnkey, then even if you have a different employer or a different CEO of the company come in, that the organization is still going to run smoothly and there's going to be little turnover, but great success still happening. An example of this is our local store, the Hickory. They had a new owner come in, and even though they had a new owner come in, the industry still started doing good. This is helpful for us as students to be able to realize that we need to help be in a business that we can make sure that it will be profitable and that it doesn't depend on a set employee, but it depends on how well the product is doing. The last two things I want to talk to you are about hard and soft systems. So hard systems are inanimate objects. They're like your computer, cell phones, things like that. And soft systems are your living people or your living animals. These hard and soft systems help you to be able to figure out who it is that you're trying to reach out to, and how it is that you're able to do it. If you have a soft system, you reach out more through people, and if you have hards, you do it through computers and other ways. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope that you enjoyed it. and that you are able to understand more about these different tools. Each of these tools will be able to be of great help to you. They will be able to help you understand the industries better that you are looking to go into or that you're researching, and they'll be able to help you have greater success in the ability to analyze information and data.